In seeking remote sites for our camps, waterfront properties were a prime concern for the founders. They sought clear, freshwater lakes where swimming instruction, boating, and aquatic activities could be enjoyed by campers as part of their experience. Their vision was fulfilled at both Merrowvista and Miniwanca. Before Lyford Merrow donated the land for Camp Merrowvista, it was simply referred to as Camp Ossipee by the founders. Located in the Canaan Valley at the southern edge of the Ossipee Mountain Range of New Hampshire, this unusual circular group of mountains was formed by a large volcano that existed on the site over 380 million years ago. Eruptions of molten rock 122 million years ago caused the walls to collapse inwardly on themselves, forming a ring dike, one of only 3 that exist in the world. Later geological events such as gas vents, caldera lava flows, and glacial activity allowed water to escape through the south side of the volcano walls, creating the deepest body of clear water in New Hampshire, our own Danhoe Pond. Measuring 1.5 miles long and a half-mile wide, its sandy edges peeking out from the wooded hills proved perfect for camp activities. Throughout the area around Merrowvista are small bubbling streams and large granite boulders revealing sparkling clear water. Kenji described the mountain rills with laughing water in shady dells and a tumbling waterfall where the sun plays with its leaping waters and boulders, flinging water back upon itself. Discovering hidden treasures in these waterways, he was excited, nicknaming them the Lost Brook of Lost Glen, perhaps now the Bodge Brook. Although located over 900 miles apart, the 2 camps have provided similar lake activities. Campers move serenely on the quiet lake, as well as experience exciting games and celebrations in the cool water. In the first decades, organized swimming lessons were not commonly available to youth, especially girls. The AYF provided water safety and strong swimming skills with daily classes and certifications. Improved materials have created beautiful new docks. Boats and other equipment are right-sized for ease of handling by younger campers, offering confidence and safety, as well as enjoyment of new challenges on Danhoe Pond. The history of the location of the camp envisioned for the Middle West has a different geological twist. Lake Michigan and the other Great Lakes were formed due to a massive continental glacier called the Laurentide Ice Sheet, which covered 5 million square miles of land over 2 million years ago. Several thousands of years of advancing and retreating of this mile-high thick ice, filled with rock and gravel from Canada, sculpted out the basin of Lake Michigan and other small lakes in the area. Melting snow and rain filled these carved-out areas to become lakes with levels much higher than they are now. Lake Michigan covered most of the land we occupy in camp, with Stoney Lake being a small bay of the Great Lake. "50 years before Miniwanca, the surrounding area was a bustling little lumber town, featuring a dam across Stoney Creek, located at the turn just below the current eating lodge and craft house. Logs floated down the creek from a higher Stoney Lake. A mill-powered saw cut logs from the surrounding forest, which were shipped out from a pier at the end of the channel. Stones from these mills were saved and are part of the assembly fireplace. After a major storm and flood caused these dams to collapse, the Monona Township never rebuilt. The water level of Stoney Lake lowered, and slowly lots were sold to build small cottages, and homes began to appear along the edge of this quiet, mostly summer community. The land for the Middle West camp of the American Youth Foundation was discovered after an extensive search up and down the shore of Lake Michigan in late 1924. Amazingly, they found over 180 acres of undeveloped forest and rolling dunes. The name Miniwanca was originally adopted as a translation of Big Sea Camp, but evolved to mean many waters for its three boundaries of Lake Michigan, Stoney Lake, and Stony Creek Channel. A short hike over the trail to the eastern edge of camp revealed the sparkle of Stoney Lake. The founder's vision for inland lake waters assuring swimming on either warm or coolish days was realized with this 240-acre sand-bottomed lake. Small, hand-built wooden swimming docks were the start of almost 100 years of water fun for campers. Within a few years, canoes and boats with large gaff sails appeared. L-shaped docks were built, later to be improved to an enclosed swimming area. The younger campers had swimming classes 6 days a week. Water ballet shows and Venetian sings took place after dark. Special competitive events such as an all-camper swim meet brought everyone to the docks for one morning to cheer on their teams. The opportunity to learn to sail and even earn the skipper's certificate to sail solo and teach others remains a strong tradition and opportunity for many. Numerous rowboats ferried campers and leaders to the anchored sailboats, or just for a fun ride on the lake for beginning boaters. And the calm waters are still fun for canoe paddlers and passengers alike. Today, all Stoney Lake activity is centered on the southwest bay below East Camp. Constant improvements have made Miniwanca's waterfront state-of-the-art, offering a safe and fun summer for all ages. Stony Creek's beauty lies in its slow flow and meandering curves as it makes its way to Lake Michigan. Founder Dad Wade enjoyed floating on his back the entire length of the creek, following, in his words, the sweeping, lazy flow of the little river. Through the 1960s, the curved area below the Compton building was known as the bathtub, a shallow swim area for beginners and a spot for a creek bath or washing hair. Nature explodes as the activity of birds, fish, turtles, and deer can be seen while walking its edge or floating with the current. Today, new bridges span the creek, and inner tubes and kayaks are favorite modes of transportation. Acquiring property right on the western shore of Lake Michigan was a dream come true for the visionaries of Miniwanca. Every participant or visitor remembers the first time they viewed the wide expanse of water that comes into view when running up the ramps to the registration lines on opening day. The mile of white sandy beaches on Lake Michigan and the dunes above them consist of fine grains of sand, mostly quartz, constantly built up and then moved by flowing water and prevailing westerly winds, an ongoing process. Water levels and beach width vary in cycles averaging at 25 years, so returning campers waste no time in checking out the beach each year. Your own memories of Lake Michigan may include the shock of early morning cold polar bear plunge, known as the morning dip for many years, the warmer afternoon free swims while dodging or surfing over the crashing waves, beach night suppers, sand modeling, the joyous celebration of returning voyagers and Odyssey trippers. Watching the sunset from the top of Vesper Dune was an awesome experience for thousands of older girls, older boys, and conference participants for many years, making the climb up the steep, zigzag path so worth the effort. Evening reflections, more recently held on the beach near the water, remain a meaningful spiritual pause, and perhaps the opportunity to be part of the best sunset ever as the sky becomes a blaze of color over the water.